Well, I got one of those too. I have a big D, and that explains a lot of things that I do have. But anyway, that was Christy Cox and Travis List. Now, listen here, big fella. Last time you spoke to our next guest, I wasn't here, so
you were having a leisurely holiday.
Oh, really? Was I? I think something happened up there. I was sick or had the flu or something. But great pleasure. This is the second single off the album. Please make welcome Chris Boots Lee. How you going, Chris?
Good evening, everybody. It's good to hear from you again.
Yeah. So second single off the album already.
It's been 2 years in the making, and I just hope everybody enjoyed as much as I did making it for them.
Darren spoke to you, I think it was the beginning of July, and that was with I've Still Got My Truck. Do you still have that truck?
No, actually, I don't. I got my little hole in, so it's good enough.
The thing that took me last time we spoke, and it really there for people who have maybe just recently picked up the album or they're going to be picking up the album, you didn't muck around with this album. You wanted to get the best songs you could get your hand on.
Yes, definitely. We've my friend and I actually sorted through over 200 songs, and and being a songwriter myself, it's like your passion, it's your baby, and you don't want to turn any of them down, but you want to pick the very best as well. Every time I heard a song, that's me, that's my story. So it's just amazing. We had so much material to pull from, so it was really hard to narrow it down to the 10 tracks, 11 tracks. So, but I love each and every one of them. Each and every one either has a story in my life, or I think it helps somebody else out.
One of the things when you say narrowing it down to 10 or 11, we were asked once to list our favourite 10 songs, if we're going to put together a playlist, and it was from any genre at all. So you try and do that. What do you do with numbers 12, 13 and 14 then? Do you keep them top of mind for next time,
Definitely.
Or do you refer them for someone else?
Recording, because I love recording, because I love sharing and creating, and I definitely have enough material for next album if the good Lord willing to get to do it again. Because it's like you said, how can you pick your 10 favorites? Because there's so much wonderful talent and so much wonderful songs out there.
Do you have to put the ego on the shelf, though, when you're doing that? If, there's a song that you've written and you think, yeah, that's pretty good, but then someone says, Bootsy, it's not that good, mate.
Well, I have to be open-minded about it. I know there's 13 I've written, and the only one that's actually seen a lot of days so far is my song, This Is Australia. But that was a song I had to record. I've been here nearly 8 years, and I wanted to express somehow how much I love this country and how much it means to me. It kind of serves a double purpose. It hopefully explains how much I love the country, and also for my friends and family in other countries, it can give an idea what Australia is really like.
If you don't have the album yet, I know that Chris has got boxes of them ready to go.
I do.
So you can hop onto the website, allthews.chrisbootslee.com, and you'll be able to order it through there, or you can catch him on Facebook. There's no way you can get away without finding Chris Bootsley somewhere out there in, what do you call it, Cyberland or something they call it now.
The World Wide Web, I think they call it.
Yeah, something like that. And when you do, as I always do mention with albums and things like that, it is good to have the hard copy, because you do get to have a look and a bit of a read of, and I'm having a quick look through here, and where you've got the band there, you've got you don't realise when you're listening to tracks exactly how many instruments or what's on there or what makes up those tracks. When you're looking at some of these, steel guitar, mandolin, banjos, bass, drums, it's a whole. How many instruments do you reckon you put on the album? Oh
goodness, there's so much talent on here, and a lot of these are fellows who are top of the line in Nashville themselves. They were more than happy to contribute, just to be able to create what I consider my best album ever. It's the album that I've wanted to create. I've been singing since I was 3 years old, which is about 42 years ago. And this is the album I've always wanted to do my whole life. I'm very passionate about it and very proud of it. And I'm so glad these people actually stepped up to help me out. I don't have a band myself. I'm trying to get one together. And but it's the songs that just about anybody can play and enjoy, I believe, and really can feel from the heart.
Well, I think the album actually takes you through a bit of a journey as well, because you've got the real, the party songs, and then you've got the ones you want to sit down and pull apart and have a listen to, and some pull on the heartstrings. So you've got a really good mix. In my opinion, it's a really good mix of music.
Thank you. I try to have a little bit for everybody. I never want to sell out just for the sake of maybe selling an album, whatever. But I also want to include the top line stuff, the best I can find or I have access to. And a lot of these songs are true, proper songs. They tell a story. And I've had so many people say, "Oh, that's about me. That's about me," And so it's good to be able to make a little positive difference.
Well, we're going to preview the new song, the new single. It's track 1 off the album. It's called "Get Your Country On." It's also the title of the album, "Get Your Country On." So I think we should do that right now, Trace.
Sounds
Let's
like a
get
good
our
idea.
country on. Good to catch up with you, Chris. We'll see you
Thank
next
very
time.
much.